ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ang PlayTime. You're welcome. PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Hindi umuulan.
Hindi mo tayo makakabenta.
Yes!
Don't worry. Be Only with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now! Di abot ang data! GG bro! Don't worry! Be Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
PlayTime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang PlayTime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry! Be Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC sigurado ka. Sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Swerte sa akin ang PlayTime. You're welcome.
And of course, it is a game day Thursday, and we have all day long that we're hoping that you could all join us. And of course, we have 4 games all set and ready for all of you, especially sa inyong mga basketball diehards. Welcome, welcome once again as we invite you, Benji Santiago, kasama ko si Dino Lee, and taking a look at our schedule here. Sisimulan natin with San Sebastian going up against Emilio Aguinaldo College, and then later on, UST takes on Adamson. At nandyan din, syempre, yung laro natin ng San Beda is gonna be going up against Perpetual. And finally, to cap it all, ang UP will be seeing action versus UE. So once again, hello! Benji Santiago nga kasama ko rito, si Dino Lee, and mahaba-haba na naman ang araw natin, Dino.
Yeah, definitely a four-game schedule for us. It's gonna be an exciting day for all the basketball fans of the UAP and the NCAA.
Ito, tingnan muna natin itong ating unang laban. In the NCAA group muna tayo magsisimula. No? San Sebastian, this is already going to be their second game. And as for Emilio Aguinaldo College, they will be seeing action for the first time here in this 18th Preseason Cup.
Yes, this is going to be the second game of the Coach Rob Labagala era for the newly named coach of the San Sebastian Golden Stags. And in their last game, they went up against JRU where they lost by 11.70 to 59. And in that game, TJ Filibrico, a Mythical 5 member last year, only had 6 points. And Paeng Are, the leading scorer of the NCAA Season 100, only 11 points. So they need more out of those two veterans. But on the brighter end of things, ang ganda ng pinakita ni Tom Piliado and Gab Nepasena coming from the NU Bullpups program. for Coach Rob Labagala.
Ayan, kung medyo na utal-utal pa kami sa mga pangalan kasi po mga bago yung iba dyan no? Pero yun nga, they made an impressive mark naman during their debut performance para rito and hoping that ang San Sebastian will be able to bounce back. Laban din sa JRU, na bago rin yung coach actually para sa JRU, Nani Ipundulan during that time. Pero of course, let's talk about San Sebastian some more.
Yeah, San Sebastian, in that game, one of the positives is they had more field goal attempts than JRU. Plus 10 sila, 49 si JRU, 59 sa... So the possession game is lamang doon ng San Sebastian Golden Stags, and that's a positive if you're Coach Rob Labagala. But they gave up a lot of fouls, leading to 31 free throw attempts to JRU, and they made 28 out of those. So I think that was the difference in that game, is the foul numbers that the Golden Stags gave up to JRU.
Kumbaga, breaking the ice actually para sa San Sebastian Golden Stags, and hoping that they may be able to come up with a win this time around. We're talking about TJ Felebrico and Wilmar of Tana para sa ating key matchup. Let's turn you over sa ating venue announcer for the introduction of the starters.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PlayTime Filoil Center here in San Juan for the continuation of the PlayTime Cares 18 Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup, presented by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. This is game number 12 in our NCAA group between the San Sebastian Golden Stags versus your EAC Generals. Let us now meet the starters for both teams. First, for your San Sebastian Golden Stags, point guard number 1, J.E. Lagan. Shooting guard number 7, Ralph Gabat. At small forward number 18, TJ Felebrico. Power forward number 32, Jaime Gomez de Liano. And at center number 19, Neil Castor. Head coach of the Golden Stags is Rob Labagala. And now let us meet the starting lineups for your EAC Generals. Point guard number 88, Kyle Ochavo. At shooting guard number 14, Nico Kinal. At small forward number 81, Jude Bagay. Power forward number 12, Jacob Janoda. And at center number 91, Wilmar of Tana. Head coach of the EAC Generals is Jerson Cabiltes. Our officials for this game, Crew Chief Kenny Regino, Umpire 1 Arlon Articona, and Umpire 2 Delmar Alman. It's the San Sebastian.
All right, so the starters, well, let's take a look para dito sa magkabila at ang Emilio Aguinaldo College.
Where it all begins.
All right. So, buena manong game natin for today. Again, it's San Sebastian Recoletos Golden Stags going up against dito sa Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. Once again, Benji Santiago, Dino Lee will handle the coverage for all of you. And check out what's happening already as we get things going with San Sebastian. Quick basket to open it up. So there's Ralph Gabat making his presence felt right away para rito sa panig ng San Sebastian. They were supposed to be coming up with a lot of those quality numbers during their debut here when they went up against JRU, him and Paing Are. Pero they could not come up with the usual numbers that they have been getting used to. At saka nakita nga natin, Paing Are did not even start in that ball game laban sa JRU.
And in this game, I was looking at the bench of the Golden Stags. Paing Are is there, but he's not suited up. So I don't think he's going to be playing in this game. So a bigger role will be for TJ Felebrico. Kasi wala kang Paing Are. Yung 11 points niya in the first game will be, you know, someone has to shoulder that.
And TJ Felebrico had 6 points and 3 rebounds in their loss against JRU. In the meantime, they were trying to go for a held ball here, but instead a foul is going to be called. TJ Felebrico. Kilatisin naman natin kung paano ngayon ang estilo naman at game plan para sa Emilio Aguinaldo College.
Well, they're a team, itong Emilio Aguinaldo College, a team that hasn't seen a Final Four yet in the NCAA since joining yung NCAA back in 2009. But the past 2 seasons, they've already been knocking on the Final Four, and especially last season, they were number 5. The best finish of any EAC team so far in history. So, the question here is, graduate si King Cortiza, graduate si Harvey Pagsanhan.
Okay.
Who will lead this team to finally get their first Final Four stint? And hindi lang naman sila yung team na naghahabol ng Final Four stint. You have San Sebastian, since 2009, wala pa silang Final Four appearance. You have JRU. So, there's a bunch of teams out there that are gunning for a Final Four finish.
Rich in talent, especially para sa mga teams natin in the NCAA group. And we'll see. Of course, there's nowhere to go but up. Lalo na ngayon, binabanggit mo nga na kumakatok na itong Emilio Aguinaldo College. Never having a stint in the Final Four, but you know, something's gotta give, as they say, kuminsan. Pretty soon, it's going to happen. All you got to do is really work hard on it.
But you can already see the consistency. This is going to be the 3rd season since Coach Gerson Cabiltes was named as the head coach of the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. In the last 2 seasons, 9-9 sila. It's a win-loss record. And I don't think there was a back-to-back season wherein an EAC team had a 9-9 finish or not a losing record.
Ito lang, Dino. This is an interesting development because TJ Felibrico just picked up his 2nd personal foul.
But Coach Rob Labagala opting to keep him on the court. Well, that's gonna be a gamble for him.
And how about this? Emilio Aguinaldo College and Shanoda getting himself on the board. He's been playing here. He is a familiar figure in the NCAA. Jacob Shanoda. There was that steal. 2nd serving on this drive for Emilio Aguinaldo College. And Wilmar Oftana, we talked about him at the top of our coverage. Here he comes.
Well, he was one of the holdovers from last season. Itong si Wilmar Oftana. And after King Cortiza and Harvey Pagsanhan graduated, malamang sa malamang, this is his moment. This is the guy that will have to step up for the EAC Generals if they're gonna have a much better outcome compared to the past 2 seasons.
Could not complete the 3-point play. Nevertheless, it's a 3-point advantage for Emilio Aguinaldo College here in the 1st quarter. Ups and a steal. Quick hands, hustle plays. They seem to be beating San Sebastian as with regards to the speed here in the 1st period. Now they're up 5. San Sebastian trying to execute their half-court offense here. They throw away the basketball, gave it to the opponent. In transition. 2nd serving. They're getting those offensive rebounds, Dino.
That's extra effort on the part of the EAC Generals to crash the offensive glass. Ang problema dito, hindi bumabacks out yung San Sebastian Golden Stags. Minamama nila Wilmar Oftana. Yung ilalim ng depensa ng Golden Stags.
Jude Bagay already has 4 points in the ball game. A 3-pointer, much needed big basket here for San Sebastian. Jaime Gomez de Leano on the way for him to get himself on the board. They truly could use some outside sniping here for San Sebastian. Referee's whistle halts play, and it's a turnover called against EAC.
So far, 4 turnovers for the Golden Stags and giving up offensive rebound, second chance opportunities to the Generals. Hindi pwedeng mangyari yan if you're Coach Rob Labagala. I'm sure that will be a point of emphasis in the timeout later on.
And how about that shot block by Jacob Shanoda? So they're doing their thing on offense. How about they keep on pounding it inside and very successful here in the first period. Mas malalaki nga ba? Tinitingnan ko rin yung size eh. Para rito sa panig ng EAC.
I think it's more of the girth of the players of EAC. Knowing, like si Jaime, he's just a rookie. I think that's an advantage for them, knowing na hindi pa ganun ka-experience yung buwabantay sa kanila.
Nabitin lang that time around Jude Bagay, but he already has 4 points here in this ball game. 12-6 advantage. We're in the first period for EAC Generals. Shot clock is down to 8 for San Sebastian. They're still too far away from the basket, and there's the steal. 3-on-2 situation. Up, fast break, almost a dunk right there for Jacob Shanoda. And this is the largest lead here for EAC as they have this 14-6. The hustle continues, and this Smart Power dunk. Smart Power all 99 load now.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Taking a look at what's happening right here in the first quarter. It's being controlled by Emilio Aguinaldo College. The adjustment would be on the part of San Sebastian. Emilio Aguinaldo College so far shooting 63%. They're 7 of 11 from the field. And over at the other side, just 2 of 5 for San Sebastian, 40%. And how about the fast break? That is turning out to be something that's working wonders here. Para sa para. They have... Well, actually, ang Emilio Aguinaldo College, it's more on transition, I would say.
I think it's the points off of turnovers ng EAC. They already have 10 points coming from the 5 turnovers of the San Sebastian Golden Stags. And what that means is, you have to take care of the basketball. Kasi yung 10 points nung total of 14 ng EAC galing doon sa turnovers ng Golden Stags. So they need to clean that up.
I was a little confused as with regards kasi nga takbuhan itong EAC. But it's got to be more aggressive. DJ Filembrico, once again, has already 2 fouls here in the first period. Paengare is not suited up.
Especially, kailangan mo yung ball handling ni Paengare with the way this game has started. 5 turnovers. Wala pang 5 minutes ang nakakalipas dito sa first period.
And from the looks of things, EAC seems to have gotten themselves ready here. There could have been a traveling call on EAC that time. Nevertheless, San Sebastian right now with a basketball. The stop and pop just couldn't drop. 14-7. Generals behind the back. Transition here. Hindi rin maiangat yung bola, pero just stepped out of bounds. Pero good effort pa rin for EAC.
Yeah, much better
on defense.
Much better defense, forcing 2 turnovers for Wilmar Oftana. But itong Golden Stags, di nila makapitalize yung turnovers ng EAC. Just like what EAC is doing on the other end. And I haven't mentioned it during this broadcast, and I'll be mentioning it. EJ Castillo checking in for EAC, one of the highly touted high school players here in the country, finally making his rookie debut for the EAC Generals.
Everybody's looking forward to seeing him in action, especially at EAC community. He wears jersey number 8. EJ Castillo for EAC. Shot from the outside, it just didn't happen to fall. 14-7 lead for the Generals. Ito na, si EJ. Shot clock is down to 7 for the Generals. Sa bench, bumibilang, nagka-countdown yung mga kakampi ng EAC Generals. Empty possession. And now San Sebastian will give it another go for their offense. Long distance shot. It goes. That's the second three-pointer. Jaime Gomez-Deliano delivers again from the outside.
That's already his second three for Jaime Gomez-Deliano.
And Neil Castor coming off the bench with an instant impact, coming off with a good defense and then a close range basket. Don't look now, the lead has been cut down to 2. Nagpalit lang ng tao itong EAC Generals. Inabutan na sila ng San Sebastian.
Golden Stags giving them a taste of their own medicine. Kanina, puro turnovers ang Golden Stags. Ngayon, ang EAC naman.
Joshua Tolentino, that's the first three-pointer para sa EAC Generals. As we approach the 3-minute mark ng ating first period. Set rebound by Angeles. Is he gonna go all the way? No, he decides for a dish inside. Ah, alam ba yung bola na yan? Ayaw pumasok. Offensive rebound pa rin for EAC. And umantak. Did he get fouled? Yes. Gabat. A three-pointer on its way. And Shea Roland Umandak gets it to go down.
A transferee from the LPU Pirates back in season 99. He served his residency last year.
Taking a look at this three-pointer of the quarter. Atid sa atin ang Jiangnan Hotpot. Hotpot ba? Jiangnan na. Umandak coming off the bench. So yung merry-go-round continues pa rin, ano? Kaya medyo nahihilo pa rin ako. Another three-pointer did not work out for Umandak that time. Let's see how San Sebastian will try to react. Kanina, they were just down by 2. Pero right now, a good scoring run para sa EAC. 6-0. Three-pointer, fight fire with fire. Ika nga, but that time it didn't work out for San Sebastian.
But the good thing here is hindi na nila tina-turn over yung bola. They're getting looks, they're able to take shots, and that's what you want if you're Coach Rob Labagala.
2 minutes here in the first quarter. Jaime Gomez-Deliano lifted, given a rest. A couple of three-pointers for San Sebastian. EJ Castillo can't drop that shot. Pero nakikita mo, no? Walang rookie jitters, ha? He's being aggressive.
Well, I'm sure he will be asked to score points for EAC. That will be his primary role for this team. Especially nga, nawala nga si Axel Doromal, nawala si Harvey Pagsanhan, and si Victor Isa already graduated after last season.
Gabat coming back into. Chris Risho coming off the bench, given a chance to score. Free throws brought to you by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. So take a look at the new coaching staff nga ng San Sebastian, headed by Rob Labagala. Of course, nandiyan din si Coach Melo Navarro.
And Coach Gilbert Lau.
Yeah. So Ralph Gabat coming back and scoring right away. He's got to be somebody that they could rely on para rito sa San Sebastian. 5-point game that we have here. EJ Castillo, the shake, but can't still get the basket. Offensive rebound. Here's EJ, decides for the pass. Umandak goes for the three-pointer offline. And San Sebastian, may tatawid ba yung bola in time? about the pressure defense being put up also by Emilio Aguinaldo College. That one didn't work out. Sinubukan lang naman.
That was a great look coming from Tom Piliado, giving it to Gabne Pasena.
Post move here ng sandwich. Natawagan pa ng traveling. Dapat thumbs up sign si Coach Gilbert Lau with that great defense in San Sebastian inside.
Much better job sa interior defense ng Golden Stags compared to how they started this game wherein they gave up offensive rebounds and easy baskets dun sa big guys of EAC.
Nicely done. Rizzo, that's his first field goal, and Piliado setting that one up again. Trying to have the final say here. EAC. Nice pass! Nauna pa muna yung pito. Wala pa tayong naririnig na buzzer. There's still 2.3 seconds remaining here in the first. Taking a look at this best play of the quarter brought to us by PlayTime Cares, elevating the next generation of Filipino athletes.
This kid, Tom Piliado, is really impressive. Galing ng the way he orchestrates this Golden Stags offense and his ability to get inside the paint.
And 2 free throws knocked down here by Brian Angeles for EAC Generals. San Sebastian. That pressure defense. So sticky, so stingy para sa panig ng EAC Generals. As they find themselves up, San Sebastian have made the great effort here to try to keep it cool. Look at that. Even there was that dunk para sa EAC Generals, the way they're doing things. San Sebastian, some great effort, especially with their outside shots that's clicking. And they find themselves, and for all of us, to get into this 5-point game for EAC.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
We are about to start with the second quarter of action. The shooting, 47% for EAC. San Sebastian had it at 42%. At least they picked up basically dun sa latter part ng ating first quarter. Benji Santiago, kasama ko pa rin si Dino Lee. And what other things have you observed in that first quarter?
Well, plus 5 attempts ng EAC. So the possession game has been in favor of them because of their offensive rebounds and the turnovers that they force with their pressure defense.
San Sebastian trying to open up the scoring here sa Mundot. And that's going to be a foul that's going to be called here on Jello Loristo. Sometimes narinig yun, parang pagbabayaran mo rin, you're trying to come up with pressure defense, but you also give up the fouls.
Because of your aggressiveness, sometimes you'll create certain pressure or contact that will be called for a foul.
Gabna Pasena gets his first basket here in the second quarter.
One of the guys that got a lot of minutes for Coach Rob Labagala in their last game against JRU was Gabne Pasena.
Yeah.
Silang dalawa ni Tom Piliado. So you can already see the trust that they are given by Coach Rob.
How about Chester Jacob, his name? gets to be announced as he made the first basket in the second period here for EAC Generals. 5-point game. Oh, nasa loob na. Lumabas pa. Was halfway down. Sorry, miss with San Sebastian.
That was great execution for the Golden Stags out of a double in the pick and roll.
EJ, that's already his third attempt. Yun! Nakakuha rin sa ilalim his first basket. Welcome to dito nga sa panig ng EAC sa NCAA.
And another turnover for the Golden Stags. That's their 7th of this game.
Well, not far behind is EAC with 5. 7-point advantage for EAC Generals. Ralph Gabat, he's got 5 points in the ball game. Shot clock at 9. Ralph Gabat trying to create separation between him and EJ Castillo. They go inside. Nice play. Nagawa ng paraan. Ganda Pasena. Back-to-back baskets.
8 field goals for the Golden Stags, 7 assists. I think that's a trademark of a Rob Labagala, who was a point guard for the UE Red Warriors in the Barangay Ginebra Jane Kings.
And how do you like the aggressive move of Joshua Tolentino? Attacking the basket, absorbs the contact. He's got an end-one play here for the Generals.
Warning on San Sebastian College Golden Stags for improper bench decorum.
Proper bench decorum. Something not exactly new. Medyo fiery kasi nun si Coach Rob. No?
Definitely a coach that has a lot of passion. And tinuluyan na nga.
Oh, really?
Technical foul.
Technical foul on San Sebastian College Golden Stags for second infraction of improper bench decorum.
Oh boy.
Kaka-warning lang, diretso na agad sa technical yung bench ng San Sebastian.
Samantala, Joshua Tolentino, nandun na siya. Siya na lang ang tumira rin ng technical. Meron pa siyang end one eh.
Well, usually, sometimes coaches are willing to give up one technical foul just to send the message. Kasi dalawa na, you have, dalawang fouls eh. Dalawang technical fouls before you're, ejected from a ball game. And if that's called on a bench and not directly at the coach, you have 3.
Oh, interesting. And let's see if they have managed to get the message across to the players. Meanwhile, DJ Filebrico was trying it inside, and he's going to go to the line.
Number 19, Joshua Nevada. That's his first
Joshua Nevada ng EAC at natawagan ng foul. He's nursing 2 personal fouls that he committed back in the first quarter.
Only a point so far for TJ Filebrico, who was a mythical 5-member last season, along with the all-defensive team as well. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds. Step for Villarente.
Talk about the pressure defense again, Dino, huh? Forcing San Sebastian into a turnover. Ano ba talaga? San Sebastian pa rin. Akala ko.
Nag-step out of bounds kasi si Villarente kanina.
Nice drive to the basket. And that was Dre Lumanag with his first basket. It's also something that we're basically trying to observe who can really be so consistent para rito sa San Sebastian after all of the changes that they have to go through. Uy! Okay.
Well, I do think it will take time kasi nga kaka-appoint lang ni Coach Rob nung end of March. So, they barely had 2 months as a team. And syempre may mga bagong pasok na players na pumasok lang ng April. So, malamang less than a month pa lang sila na magkakasama as a whole. So, it will take time for Coach Rob, Coach Gilbert, and Coach Melo to figure out sino yung the key pieces that they will need come season 101.
Defensive foul, it's called against EAC. And earlier, Tom Piliado has finally managed to score para sa San Sebastian. 30-26. Ito na naman. It's turning out to be a game of spurts here. 1 minute, maiiwanan, and then the next minute, makakahabol. That has been the case here for San Sebastian. Let's see if they could bring the gap closer. They're down by 4, and their shot clock says 7 seconds right now. Sarado ang pintuan. There's a foul called on EAC.
Long foul number 6, Emilio Aguinaldo. That's his second personal foul. 14 foul for EAC.
Jetro Bakod. No more fouls to get for EAC with 5:31 here in the first half. Tom Piliado showing us his handles, going for the fall away.
Well guarded by Devara.
Yun kuminsan yung mahirap, nakalaro ka na, this is already your second. And then yung potential na kalaban mo, tsak may scout ka na.
Oh, with the way Tom Piliado played in their first game, I'm sure he has the attention of the EAC defense.
Tom Piliado had 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in that game that they lost to JRU. Chance to close in. They're down by 4. EAC very active off the boards. I mean, when it comes to the rebounding department, 14-12, favoring EAC. Oh, sorry, miss on that layup. Pero sa kanila pa rin ang bola.
Sayang yung pasa doon ni Ivan Kudyamat. Hindi lang na-shoot doon ni Jetro Bakod.
Three-pointer on its way. It bounced out. And San Sebastian subok, trying to be aggressive. They want a 3. They can't get the 3. Good defensive stop. The Generals, and they go for the 3. Rebound battle. It ends up in San Sebastian. 4 minutes remaining. You're in the first half. Nakagawa ng paraan. Quick hands. And that was Felix Villarente, making it a 6-point lead right now for EAC. Another steal here for the Generals. Villarente. Sayang.
9 turnovers for Golden Stags.
Meantime, DJ Filibrico could not get it done. Second chance. Punta na tayo sa third chance.
Finally.
4 points for Neil Castor. Oh. Parang sandwich.
The Golden Stags may be turning the ball over a lot in this first half, which I'm sure that will be a point of emphasis for Coach Rob Labagala in the halftime. But you gotta love the effort that that guys like Neil Castor is showing, not giving up on that last possession.
Foul given up here by San Sebastian. Not yet a penalty. It's going to be a sideline throw in for the EAC Generals. 10-second shot clock to work on. Mostanes. Here's San Sebastian. Wow, what a move. And what a finish. Dre Lumanag. The way he was able to avoid the defense. Look at this, look at this. It deserves another look. Last break of the game brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. A wow moment for Dre Lumanag ng San Sebastian. 2-point game na lang, Dino. Oh, may agaw pa. Could be a tie ball game. They have another chance here. They could even take the lead. Filebrico hesitated from the corner, trying to get closer to the basket. 4 seconds to work on. They go for the three. No! Neil Castor had an open look. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the first half here. It's shaky 2-point lead for EAC. But nevertheless, we're going to be seeing Felix Villarente shoot 2 free throws. Si Neil Castor pangatlo na.
And I think that's a bad foul kasi you're putting the Generals at the free throw line. And at the same time, I felt he was in a great defensive position against Villarente.
Free throws brought to us once again by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito.
But yun nga, may kasamang kamay yung depensa doon ni Neil Castor kaya siya natawagan ng foul. But a positive for the Golden Stags in this first half is 9 fast break points. They had 18 in their game against JRU. So that's one of the things I think is something that the Golden Stags can use as a foundation of what they're trying to build as a program.
Up 4 is EAC Generals. Dre Lumanag, the turnaround, the 3, short. San Sebastian getting it back. 100 seconds here in the first half. Off ball, there's contact. Parehong penalty na to, ha.
And that will be free throws.
Kyle Ochavo ang natawagan.
Warning on EAC Generals for improper bench demo.
Oh, meron din sila. Mac Acosta, kind of a cold start for him here, missing his first and also missing his second. And EAC Generals protecting a 4-point advantage. 90 seconds here in the first half. Kyle Ochavo have managed to do some great things here, working out the plays for EAC Generals. A 3-pointer on its way, can't knock it down, and rebound right there for Napasena.
It will be big how both teams will close out this quarter. We all know that can make a big difference by the end of this game.
Emilio, that's his second basket here in the first half. He's got 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
Not the tallest of players, but Tom Piliado really has that skill of getting inside the paint.
He truly made a very impressive debut the last time we saw him, and he continues to be consistent with his performance here. He's a gem of a player, even though he's a newcomer for San Sebastian. Let's take a look at this 3-pointer. And there comes Napasena with a 3-pointer. Tabla na tayo at 34.
And there's a technical foul on the bench on Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
So parang nangyari din kanina yan sa San Sebastian. Unsportsmanlike behavior. Kanina they were warned for improper bench decorum.
So kanina ay ang bench ng earlier, ang bench ng San Sebastian ang natawagan ng technical foul. Ngayon naman si Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
TJ Filibrico's only got 2 points so far here in the game. He's going to be the one to shoot the technical free throw.
And sinasabi ko nga kanina, usually talaga yung mga coaches, they know they have to before they're gonna be ejected from the game. So
ganun din yun, sending out a message then.
It's a strategy sometimes to send the message to the referees of the calls that they're making. May pagka-psychological din kasi siya eh.
Pwede rin.
Kanina, yung last game ng San Sebastian, di ba, na technical din si Coach Rob Labagala.
Yeah. At least psychological, hindi psycho. 20 seconds to play here. Can they get back the lead? Kyle Chavo was even looking at the clock. Right now it says 10 seconds. Ochavo wanting an ISO play. Is he going to go for the shot? He sets this one up for a 3, but it turns out to be an air ball. There's still .2 in a tied ball game at 34. So how do you like that? The scoring run that happened basically here in the second period went in favor of San Sebastian. 17-12 against EAC, and that's why we're all tied up here. EAC, there were some of those players that were really making an impact. Of course, San Sebastian, we've seen some of those fantastic and wow moments I made mention earlier. The rebounding, it's as close as it can get. Who wants the ball more? And it ends like this. Tied at 34, these two teams.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ng PlayTime. You're welcome. PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Hindi umuulan.
Di mo tayo makakabenta.
Yes!
Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now. Di abot ang data! GG bro! Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now.
swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC sigurado ka. Sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome. Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Please, umuulan.
Di mo tayo makakabenta!
Yes!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now! Di abot ang data! GG, bro! Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC sigurado ka. Sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
And this is only the second time that this ball game is equal like this. 34 all San Sebastian and EAC Generals. Basically the first of 4 games that we're bringing to you for today. Benji Santiago, kasama ko pa rin si Dino Lee. And look at these numbers, Dino.
Yes, the Golden Stags was down as much as 9 points in the first half. But the difference in the second quarter was they didn't turn the ball over that much. They had 6 in the first quarter, only 2 in the second, and that allowed them to be able to execute on the offensive end and make baskets. Now we're tied heading to the third quarter, and you love how they showed to finish that quarter because lamang na nga tong EAC. Tapos ang ganda ng execution mo, nakahabol ka. But EAC with 11 second chance points and 10 points from turnovers. Yung 10 na yan ng EAC is lahat galing yan ng first quarter. So for the Golden Stags, the key for them in the second half will be not to turn the ball over and allow themselves to execute.
And taking a look at progress ng ating key matchup here with TJ Filebrico. He's nursing 2 personal fouls. He's got 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And over at the other side, Wilmar Oftana ng EAC Generals, 2 points and 1 rebound. I guess it's the other guys who have been delivering para rito sa magkabila. For one thing, Jaime Gomez de Leano leads San Sebastian with a couple of 3-pointers. That's Wilmar Oftana on your screens right now. And it's Joshua Tolentino who's got 7 for EAC Generals. Pero eto na, siguro sa second half natin. Doon na sila sa mga old reliables, TJ Filebrico, and maybe Wilmar Oftana could do his thing also. At sabi mo nga, yun mas Jacob Shinoda, I think in the second quarter, he wasn't used at all.
Well, I think both coaches really want to see what the other guys are made of for their team. And unless you really have a stud na kailangan mo talaga gamitin.
Sabi nga, where it all begins. And that's the whole purpose. So like we have this preseason cup. This is, of course, PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th preseason cup. Welcome everyone. Shot clock is down to 3 for San Sebastian. Alam ba nila yan? I guess hindi.
Great defense coming from the EAC Generals. Di man lang nakaabot sa ilalim yung opensa ng Golden Stags. Great start to this third quarter.
We're talking about outside sniping. Tigalawang 3-pointers lang ito magkabila. So they're not exactly the team. Alam naman natin, sabi nga, nag-evolve na raw ang basketball. Even the big guys can shoot from the outside right now.
And Jaime Gomez de Leano did that in the first half. He has the 2 of the total threes made by the Golden Stags.
Kyle Ochavo. Shot clock is down to 8 right now. Ochavo. Is it going to be the same thing that happened to San Sebastian in an earlier play? 1 second to shoot. They were able to fire it off, but did not go down. So hindi pa rin mabasag itong deadlock natin. With San Sebastian, there was a challenge. That's going to be a shooting foul. Iwan, nagkaroon ng mismatch dun sa ilalim. Helpless si Kyle Ochavo. Pasena will be shooting free throws.
And quick substitution on the part of Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Seems like he didn't like how their offensive set went in their last possession.
Free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito.
Bilis dun. Sinilabas agad si Will Oftana and si Jude Bagay.
There we go, knocking down those 2 free throws. Gab Napasena has got 8 in the ball game. Last time around, he had 10. Look at Kyle Ochavo go. Ooh. Don't exactly agree, pero called for a foul. Risho.
Well, I thought he was still moving. Itong si Risho.
Kinal fires, offensive rebound here. Jacob Shinoda goes cross court. A three on its way. Kinal stick and not knock it down. Well, at least the effort was there, I should say.
Multiple opportunities for the Generals.
Parang nawawmali sa Trilo Manok. Kylo Chavo setting up the play once again for the Generals. 8 seconds to shoot, floats it up, banks it in. And we get another tied ball game. First 2 points for Kyle Ochavo. Bilyado, pinapakitaan pa tayo ng kanyang handles here. TJ Felebrico.
That's his first field goal for TJ Felebrico. A great off-the-ball movement coming from him.
Kyle Ochavo fires the three. Too long, too strong. San Sebastian, Bilyado. Hands off inside. Block ang inabot ng San Sebastian that time. Of course, Brian Angeles with a good defensive stop. And a foul is going to be called against San Sebastian.
Well, TJ Felebrico had nowhere to go inside the paint. They could have pulled it out instead of like forcing the issue.
Chris Risho picks up his second. Kyle Ochavo. Three-pointer. Yun pa rin at hanggang hinahanap nito magkabila here in this ball game.
Yun din ang pinapractice ng EAC Generals nung halftime.
Oh, why, di ba? That could really make a lot of difference. I mean, if you keep on pounding inside, mas nakakapagod yun. Well, he still gets blocked.
Great defense from the Generals.
But that was Felebrico rather who got... Oh, wait a minute. Strong, aggressive move to the basket. Chris Risho, nagkasunod-sunod na yung fouls niya here in the third period. So Jaime Gomez de Leano fielded back into the game. He's probably wanting to add up to his total production of 6 points after the first half.
Yun ang maganda dito sa EAC Generals is when they play solid defense or they force turnovers, it leads to good things on the offensive end for them. Kasi minsan nasa transition sila or quick attack na hindi pa nakakaset yung depensa ng Golden Stags.
Meantime, 2 missed free throws by Brian Angeles.
And another turnover, an 8-second violation on the part of the Golden Stags. So we're just talking about it in the first quarter for the Golden Stags to take care of the basketball. But so far, may 2 turnovers na rin sila dito.
Down by 2, EAC Generals, Kyle Ochavo. DJ Castillo is back. Nice play. Oh! Sorry, he missed. Jacob Shinoda had the lane open for him.
And that is not the first time a General has missed an open layup.
Steal here. Chavo. It's like a foot race. Eat my dust. Ganun ang dating. 38 all.
What he lacks in height, he makes it up for his speed. Itong si Kyle Ochavo.
And a 3-second violation called against San Sebastian. This is how it turned out. The fast break of the game brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Alam ni Kyle Ochavo, hindi aabot yung bantay.
He seems like, well, nandito naman si Tom Piliado for the Golden Stags, but it looks like Kyle Ochavo is the fastest guy in this game. Wala rin kasi si Paing Are, who can, I think, easily match up with his speed.
They're beginning to feel the absence of Paing Are. 4 to shoot here for EAC. And just in the nick of time, Chelo Loristo gets his first basket. As they find themselves up by 2 once again, 40-38. As we approach the halfway mark, ng ating third quarter for our first game. 6 seconds to make a go for it. And Jaime Gomez de Liano makes another three-pointer.
Showing us a shooting clinic. Itong si Jaime Gomez de Liano. Already his third of the game.
Strong, aggressive move. Jacob Shinoda. This time around, he won't make any mistake about attacking that basket. 42-40. The Generals back on top. Shake and bake. Ralph Gabat can't do it on the floater.
He was trying to force the issue there. Itong si Gabat.
And Kyle Ochavo gets fouled here. Jay Ilagan ang natawagan. They're on a guessing game. Every time sumalaksak si Kyle Ochavo, hindi mo alam kung papasa o didiretso na tira.
And it's hard to keep a guy that is quick like Ochavo in front of you.
Now you see me, now you don't moment. EJ Castillo can't hit the baseline jumper. 4 minutes here in the third. Remember the biggest lead in the ball game, 9, but that was back in the first half. It's an old story already. San Sebastian, they go for another 3, can't knock it down. Kasi nga naman, kung hindi si Jaime Gomez de Liano, I don't think the others might be able to do it. EJ Castillo right now, hot and cold, on and off.
Ito na naman si Kyle Ochavo.
Speed kills. Yan na naman tayo. And this play in the quarter brought to us by PlayTime Cares, elevating the next generation of Filipino athletes.
And that's on the defense of Tom Piliado. Allowing that cut coming from Kyle Ochavo.
Di ba yan yung usong hairstyle ngayon? Yung long
back. Nakita na rin natin yan dun sa isang liga na cover natin.
45-40, creating the separation once again. Comes another 3. Nope, it didn't happen. That's going to be a loose ball foul here against EAC Generals. Pangatlo na Jacob Shinoda.
But this kid, Kyle Ochavo, causing a lot of problems for on the defensive end, not just on the offensive side of things. Had 2 steals, and 7 together with 7 points and 4 assists itong si Kyle Ochavo.
That floater falls short for Neil Castor. And here comes Kyle Ochavo once again. EJ Castillo. Crowded, was able to dish out a pass and a banking shot right there. Jethro Bakut, his first basket, his first field goal. And now they're up 7. threatening to pull away when they led by as much as 9 points. San Sebastian, naiiwanan. Gabat is the other player who can make a three here for San Sebastian after Jaime Gomez Del Llano. 8 points for Ralph Gabat.
And that's big because EAC was trying to pull away in this game.
Kung naulog yun, he's not traveling. I was wondering how he was able to get away to go for a layup. Yung pala may extra steps.
And I think nangyayari dun is mas mabilis pa yung paa niya kaysa sa dribble niya.
47-43, eagle-eyed yung ating mga referees to notice that from Kyle Ochavo. So we approach the 2-minute mark ng ating third quarter.
Oh, great.
Another three.
Extra passes for the Golden Stags.
Napatayo na eh. Tatlong coaches ng San Sebastian. Well, lagi naman nakatayo si Gilbert Lau at si Rob Labagala. Pero si Coach Melo napatayo din at that time. And we're expecting a great basket to happen. And the rebound of the quarter brought to us by Bostik El General All-Purpose Epoxy.
I think yung sinasabi doon ng coaches ng Golden Stags is dapat tinira na the player of that was in the corner kaysa pinasa pa niya. Because he was wide open. And sometimes, nangyayari yun is too much passes. Yes, we want to swing the ball. We want to share the basketball to an open guy. But too much passes might not be ideal at times.
And Mr. Jack Chua present along with Boss Bernard Young. Ayan, syempre nga naman, the big support guys. Ito nga, kanilang, they're rooting, of course, for San Sebastian Golden Stags here. Got a 5-point lead para sa EAC Generals here in the third. 95 seconds to play. Oops! Quick hands. Ralph Gabat coming up with a steal.
Those are the two guys yung pinakita kanina sa camera behind the new regime here in the San Sebastian under Coach Rob Labagala.
At least we are proud to say, you know, for the people who are watching us, you had a chance to see them first dito sa Filoil EcoOil 18 Preseason Cup. Where it all begins, as they say, you know, 1 minute and 13 remaining.
Where it all begins and is a perfect preview of what to expect and what is to come in the UAP Season 88 and the NCAA Season 101.
EJ Castillo fakes, kicks, 7 to shoot for EAC. Somebody has got to put up a shot here. Huli nga lang. San Sebastian coming up with a shot block. I guess the presence of Mr. Jack Chua has inspired these boys from the Golden Stags. Just, sorry, miss naman yun. Heartbreaker. Managing to get it back. Ayaw pa rin. Ayun, finally.
Not the prettiest of possessions, but they still get a basket para dito sa Golden Stags.
Difference 3 seconds, game clock and shot clock here. And EJ Castillo trying to shake off his defender here. He almost lost it. And scoops it up, finding a way to back it in.
And he did that against an all-defensive team player in DJ Felebrico. You can see how well refined ang offensive game nito ni EJ Castillo.
Joshua Tolentino, that's a smart foul to give dahil meron pa naman talaga sila pwedeng ipamigay. And with only 2.7 seconds before we end the third, a timeout has been called here by San Sebastian.
worry! The only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome!
Alright, patuloy pa rin ang ating laro here in the third quarter. It's not over yet. 2.7 seconds to execute para sa San Sebastian Golden Stags. EJ Castillo, we were wondering what he could really come up with here. And so far, he does not disappoint. Fouls to give. That was a quick one. 1.7 pa natitira.
Pwede ka pa mag-isang dribble before taking a shot if you're
Alley-oop
Di
na
na nga
lang.
nag-dribble. Well-designed play.
How many times have it happened for San Sebastian? Almost there. Hard to finish.
But not quite.
Yes.
Ganun din naman sa EAC kanina.
And not quite, syempre. Walang effect yun eh. We have seen the speed of Kyle Ochavo in full display. And of course the hustle plays as the outside sniping of Jaime Gomez Ziliano still in effect. When we ended the third quarter, AJ Castillo promising and really packs a lot of promise, I would say.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
All right, we are just about to start with the fourth quarter of action, and we just would like to let everybody know that all games can now be seen live sa pusop.com, sa Smart Sports, sa FB and YouTube, Puso Pilipinas, Playtime PH, and Filoil EcoOil Sports Facebook page. And also, we would like to let you know that there are some of those yung mga nakikita nyo, Violator, catch all the games and more on pusop.com. Join now for free. Okay, yun lang naman kumbaga parang mga warning din natin for everybody to be aware. There are the legit platforms wherein you can actually see itong mga games natin every time we hold this PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Benji Santiago, Dino Lee pa rin at your service so far. Interesting, ha? Ganun pa rin eh. Game of spurts pa rin, Dino, eh, di ba? Hindi magtuloy-tuloy yung momentum ng isang team.
And you kind of like that because you can see that both teams are making adjustments pangontra dun sa burst ng bawat team.
Ralph Gabat is at the line. He's been one of those great contributing factors here para sa San Sebastian. And he's already in double figures. 50-47, 10 points for Ralph Gabat. We see the turn of Joshua Tolentino to orchestrate the plays here for EAC. Empty possession. And here comes San Sebastian, just down by 3. Biliado lost control of his dribble, unforced error.
That's their 13th turnover for the Golden Stags.
Joshua Tolentino. Pinagpahinga muna si Kylo Chavo. They go to EJ Castillo. EJ Castillo, 8 seconds to work on. Finding a way sa baseline. Could not get the shot to drop in transition over at the other side. And Matt Acosta, that'll be 4 points for him in this ball game.
After scoring 9 fast break points in the first half, that's the first 2 for the Golden Stags in the second half.
We got another close ball game here, and finding a way to score was Joshua Tolentino. That's his 9th point in the game.
That's too easy for Joshua Tolentino. Wala nang sumula doon for the Golden Stags.
Outside shot and a miss. Joshua Tolentino off ball. Tulakan dun sa ilalim, and it's going to be called against San Sebastian. Gab de Pacena against Comandac right there inside. Well, still to come, UST is going to be going up against Adamson. Susunod yan. Tatawid muna tayo sa kabilang bakuran sa UAAP group. 7.5 to play in this ball game. This is the first game ng EAC Generals for this 18th Preseason Cup. San Sebastian has 2 seconds on the clock. Can't find a hole. Oh! They're going to call a foul. Is it on Jacob Shinoda? That's going to be number 4 on him. Andesi Optana pala to, Wilmer Optana. Only his first.
And in that possession, I think the Generals played great defense for 22 seconds. So yun nga, nakawala at the last minute si Thomas Piliado.
Free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Gala Matt Acosta could not do anything with his first free throw here.
They missed half of their free throws, 8 out of 16 for the Golden Stags. Make that 9 out of 17.
And we have a 4-point game. Doc trying to get closer. He gets bumped. And it's going to be a foul here.
Sinasabi ni Coach Gilbert Lau, taas mo lang yung kamay mo. Hindi na pumalo.
Buti nga si TJ Filebrico. First quarter, dalawa na kagad eh.
He was able to protect his fouls.
Yes. Ngayon lang siya uli nag-foul, and that's only his 3rd. Jaime Gomez Del Llano fielded back into the game. You know what he can do here. They tried a quick play on EAC. Pero it backfired. Nice fake. And Trey Lomanag. They got another close ball game. Dalawa lang ang abante ng EAC Generals. Long ways to go. 6:35 to play.
But that transition basket of Lumanag started with a defensive play coming from TJ Filebrico.
Ho, ho, ho. Joshua Tolentino has got 11 points. Still got a bonus free throw. Was able to issue 4 assists so far. Still keeping their head above water here in the 4th quarter for EAC Generals.
And at the disposal of Coach Gerson Cabiltes, you have Kyle Ochavo and Kyle Tolentino as your point guards.
Choose your poison. One of these guys, Tolentino and Ochavo, you know, no speed limit. A three they couldn't do it that time around. Well, eto naman, gumana naman para rito sa panig. It's a three-pointer there. Nico Quinal with his first three-pointer. He's got 5 in the ball game. Trying to create the separation up by 8. EAC Generals. Filibrico nowhere to go. Throws it away. That's going to be a turnover.
It's been the pressure defense of the Generals that's causing a lot of problems for the Golden Stags.
And ito, tingnan muna natin a three-point shot of the quarter brought to us by Jangnan Hotpot. Hotpot ba? Jangnan na.
Yan yung challenge dito for the Golden Stags. Wala pa siguro isang buwan na magkakasama itong mga players na ito. And then you're gonna face a Gerson Cabiltes defense that likes to pressure.
Siyempre, San Sebastian don't really want to make it as an excuse na bago lang sila. Yung connection and the chemistry that they still have to develop. In fact, natapos nga yung first half natin, tabla lang tayo at 34.
Well, you know, may pyesa naman itong Golden Stags.
Meron talaga.
Meron silang a mix of veterans and young guns.
And I guess,
but it's more of the sustainability. But it's more of the sustainability of their execution on the offensive side and on the defensive end. Kasi may mga certain lapses pa sila dito.
Just going back to the basics, walang paingari.
Oh, wala rin si paingari. That was what I was about to mention.
So many factors to consider. And that's why we have this preseason cup. It's for things for you to be able to simulate what you are going to be actually doing dun sa regular season.
And you want to build yung habits of consistency.
Yes.
Kasi, syempre, nagkakaproblema ka offensively and defensively if may mga lapses from your players. And that's what Coach Rob Labagala wants to instill is he wants to bring in that consistency for his players.
Oh! Oftana is going to be called for this one. Oh, penalty pa, huh? Down by 6, San Sebastian, a chance to cut it down. Jay Ilagan has not managed to score yet here in this game with 2 rebounds and 3 assists though. There you go, it's finally on the board.
And if you can remember in their first game, humabol to in the mid part ang Golden Stags against JRU. Lumamang pa sila eh. But in the last couple of minutes of that game, dun pumulaw ang JRU. But we will see if they can close out much better against the EAC Generals.
Experiencing a setback, they learned.
But that doesn't help, giving up those kinds of fouls.
Nothing can really go on as a backcourt pa yan.
Ang hirap talaga i-pressure itong si Kyle Ochavo.
Nakikipagtaguan, nakikipaghabulan. It's an open look for a 3. Can't knock it down. Managing to get offensive rebound here. EAC. Inside they go in, and that worked out. And Jude Bagay has got 8 points in the ball game. 6 points. Abante ng EAC Generals. San Sebastian trying to get it from the outside. Couldn't find the hole. That was a miss by Dre Lumanag. And here's Kyle Ochavo once again. Andulas. hindi mahuli-huli. Kyle Ochavo, he's just toying around with the defense of San Sebastian on him.
Itong EAC having their way inside the paint. Yung interior defense ng Golden Stags.
3 players just about ready to check in for San Sebastian in the next dead ball situation. They could not find a basket. Play continues. Will there be another basket here? Kyle Ochavo with a setup for this 3. Didn't happen.
They have numbers.
Can they finish? Yes, they can that time. And Ralph Gabat's most probably suffering from cramps right now after making that layup.
And you can't foul because you're in the penalty. You have to hold on to this defensive possession with just 4 guys.
They go for the 3. Can't hit the 3. Here's San Sebastian. The spirit of sportsmanship. Actually, yung mga tiga EAC ang umattend kay Ralph Gabat when he was suffering from cramps. There were players and right now some of the other staff nitong Emilio Aguinaldo College helping out Ralph Gabat. And this fast break brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. And then he goes down.
And syempre alam din ng mga EAC players what it feels like
Hindi
to suffer
titigil yung
from
laro
cramps.
Oo eh.
And I think EAC settled in that possession. They had 5 guys against 4. But ito nga yung team standings natin. At the top of it is the CSB Blazers. 3 wins to 0 defeats. And I think Letran should be 2-0 right now.
Oo.
And later on, it will be the first game of the San Beda Red Lions.
At least for sure naman yun, 3-0 talaga yung
3-0
CSB.
Blazers. In cruise control of this NCAA group.
Anyway, balikan natin yung atensyon natin dito sa laban na ito ng San Sebastian at Emilio Aguinaldo College. San Sebastian have been missing their outside shots. 6-point advantage para sa Emilio Aguinaldo College. They go inside.
Oh!
Kailangan ba talaga? Gaano karami?
It's not the first time.
Yes, I know.
It has been a bunch of times where in close layup na yun para sa Golden Stags and they miss it.
Samantala dito sa Emilio Aguinaldo College, it's like teaching San Sebastian. This is the way to do it.
This is the way to finish. They already have 46 points in the paint. Itong EAC Generals out of their 66 points.
And Jude Bagay has got 10 points in the ball game.
And they've pretty much dominated the paint against this Golden Stags.
And San Sebastian have lost their touch from the field. Parang ganito rin yung JRU. Nung tumikim sila nun lamang, and then napako na sila, hindi na umandar.
Hindi naman nakakalayo yung EAC pero hindi rin sila makadikit. Going back to my point, it's the consistency of execution for the Golden Stags and yung mga sorry misses nila.
Yun.
In close range.
So what happened here?
Warning on number 18, TJ Filipico for a 7-8 call.
Warning on DJ Filipico. They're getting a little desperate right now with just 7-8 seconds to play here, and they find themselves down by 8. And it's going to be basketball possession para sa EAC Generals with Kyle Ochavo. An open look for a 3, can't knock it down right there by Nico Quinal. Kung hindi man nakakashoot itong EAC, hindi rin nakakashoot itong San Sebastian. And they're running out of time here. And they commit a turnover pa.
That's their 16th of this game. And it's not really the Golden Stags throwing the ball away. It's the defense of EAC, the pressure defense, disrupting yung opensa ng Golden Stags.
Some sort of a solid chemistry already dito sa part ng EAC Generals, which still what they're hunting for para rito sa San Sebastian Golden Stags. Some of the new players that they have, the new coaching staff, the new system that they have to adjust to. Growing up pains, as they say. Jacob Shinoda at the line. .2 seconds again, UST. Ang susunod nating laban versus Adamson sa ano naman tayo? UAAP group.
I think the summary of this game is EAC dominating the paint. They have 46 points in the paint. And yung offensive rebounds nila, I think they saw that they had an advantage inside, especially with the rookies of Golden Stags, si Gabne Pasena and si Jaime Gomez de Leano. So na-take advantage nila yung youth and lack of experience of the big guys for the Golden Stags.
Tampiliado trying to salvage some sort of a situation there. And then he got pinned dun sa may goal support.
By Jude Bagay.
Look at this play.
May kasamang dila eh. I think that was what the EAC Generals
si Bagay medyo
was asking from the referees.
A little offended.
Pwedeng technical yun eh, di ba?
Oo.
Kasi that's taunting.
Taunting. Well, we're just hoping all's well that ends well.
I'm sure the reason why Bagay pinned down itong si Thomas Piliado after that layup, he didn't take a liking doon sa dila na yun.
Most probably parang gusto ring I don't know, di ba? Pero endgame na tayo eh.
And I think Tom Piliado got away with one.
First time to see action here in this preseason cup 2025 and getting right away their win. And 2 losses already for this San Sebastian Golden Stags. Sabi nga, pero kung talaga tutusin, I don't want to call it losses. 2 learning experiences that they have to undergo. We know, sabi nga natin, there's going to be that progress and development that's going to be happening for them soon. It's a good thing they're getting a test of the waters here on how it's going to be in the regular season, especially for NCAA Season 101. It ends like this, 68-60, and a win para sa EAC Generals. It wasn't exactly that easy. They gave it a, they had to have extra boost para to ensure the victory. Tough contender rin, tough opponent itong San Sebastian dito.
Well, they needed to be consistent with their pressure defense itong EAC Generals, which they did in the second half. And that enabled them to get this win. Yung pressure defense ng guards nila like Kyle Ochavo, Joshua Tolentino, giving troubles dun sa ball handlers ng Golden Stags. Especially wala yung Paeng Are. That was the leading scorer for NCAA Season 100 para dito sa Golden Stags. And we have, maganda rin nilaro ni Kyle Ochavo, pero maganda rin ang nilaro ni Joshua Tolentino. 12 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists coming off the bench for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Di nga ito nagmintis. 4 out of 4 from the field, 3 out of 3 from the free throw line for Joshua Tolentino.
Powered up plays just when they needed it the most. Of course, nandiyan din naman yung mga outside shots na nai-connecta ng San Sebastian Golden Stags. They seem to be looking very promising, especially with Jaime Gomez Del Llano. Joshua Tolentino, great work. Talagang yung kanilang tandem ni Kyle Ochavo really worked wonders in the way they were able to execute some great plays here for Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals, getting their first win. Not as convincing, sabi ko nga, pero they really had to do something extra. It's a good thing they just have better chemistry. And it ends like this. Field goals, 40% for EAC Generals. There were a lot of those heartbreak misses for San Sebastian in this ball game.
They probably had 4 or 5 of those, and you can't take those back, di ba? For the Golden Stags, you can only learn from them. But like I said, nung mga bandang fourth quarter na, points in the paint, out of the 68 points, 46 of those coming inside the paint for the EAC Generals, and yung offensive rebounds nila, especially at the start of the game, leading to 15 second chance points. A total, I guess, domination on the part of EAC Generals in the interior.
Well, surely it's just going to make them stronger. And for EAC Generals, a great way to start their campaign here. So sa UAAP tayo, USC Growling Tigers, Adamson University Soaring Falcons. When we come back for more, stay with us here for PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup.